place. We're
Hello.
live. We're just repositioning the camera a bit. Hi, everybody. Sorry, we're a little late. Stuart and I were just singing Hard Candy Christmas from the best little whorehouse in Texas.
Lots of singing.
Beautiful. There's been a lot of singing today, hasn't there?
Yes.
You coming over, you?
I will in a second, yeah.
He's going to come over and say hello soon. So hello, everybody. Thank you very, very much for joining us on another Friday Live in the Lounge. We've had a very busy day today. Been to the allotment. Stuart's round. We've had a gorgeous dinner because the Vegan Queens are doing a gig tomorrow in Rochdale, but this time storytelling, reading 3 books. That's going to be fun. What else are we going to share?
Yeah, well, I mean, just you know, it's the start of the live stream. So, you know, if you haven't been on a live stream before on Those Vegan Guys channel, this is Paul. I'm Jason. Stuart's over there. You'll be coming over in a minute.
We've got normally here.
We've got a decaf coffee and a mint. And we are chilling in our lounge as we always do on a Friday evening when we when it rotates.
Let's send lots of love to Anghara because she's a bit poorly.
Yes.
At the moment, so Linda's Angharad tonight.
Yes, much love and hugs.
Angharad is getting quitches. I'm sending cyber quitches, Angharad. Get better soon, darling.
Yes. Hope you are feeling better soon. Yes. So we've got 46 in the house already. And thank you to all of you for giving the live stream a thumbs up already. Those of you that have done it within the first minute and a half. You're awesome. So yeah, Friday night is always the same, really.
Chilled.
It's chilled.
Chill down. We're in our scrags.
We're in our...
I know some people call them pajamas. We call them scrags.
We're in our comfies.
We don't sleep in them.
Yeah.
They're just house clothes.
Yeah.
You know.
We are in our comfies.
Tottering around the house in, really.
Really?
Most definitely.
So I've just finished week 4 in my new job. Very good. All's going well. Sure it'll get more complex as time goes on, but right now it's great.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
And there's some consistency there at the moment.
Yeah, and I tell you what it's done. It's made me fall back in love with my hometown. Because I'm in my hometown like all the time walking around, and so suddenly I'm very aware of these.
Excuse me, I do apologise.
Suddenly I'm very aware of these characters. I would say what I normally say to Jason when I swear, but we're live. We don't say bless you.
No.
Ours begins with F.
F you. Occasionally.
That's what we say.
Well, thank you, Tamcon.
It's a pleasantry.
And anyone else
with
as
us.
well. Helen, thank you.
It's always been a pleasantry. Yeah, so it's made me fall back in love with my hometown because I'm seeing all these characters that spend a lot of time in the town, and you know, the guy that sings and the lady that goes to the same cafe every day, and all these people, and I'm like, do you know what? Oldham's all right.
Yeah,
Oldham's all right. There's a lot of people that live in Oldham that are very negative about Oldham, and I think they should embrace it a bit more and learn to love their hometown.
I should imagine that lots of towns around the world have got the negative contingent that are all doom and gloom about their own town, and we want things like they used to be back in the day, the good old times. We don't like progress. And then it's like that episode of The Simpsons, isn't it, when they sell them all the monorail, and suddenly they're all converted to...
You can't stop progress.
You're terrible, Muriel.
Bit of Muriel's wedding there.
Deirdre Chambers, what a coincidence.
Oh.
So yeah, thank you all for being here. Of course, it is a chilled one. We are here to answer any questions that you might have, as is often the case. We're just relaxing in the lounge for an hour, catching up with the community, this awesome community that's here, that has grown up around the YouTube channel. And I think everybody is on the same train here, which is down to earth veganism. That's what it's all about. So if you've got any questions,
do ask.
Do fire away.
I'll tell you this though, for notes. I'll tell you this right now. Tonight we had our first mostly plot 25 salad. Harvested some good bits today. You might have seen the picture on Instagram or on our Facebook page, because I share from Insta to Facebook of our truck today. We had Mizuna, rocket, lettuce, radishes, garlic. I think that was it, wasn't it? And then a lot of berries, a lot of fresh berries. But so the salad tonight that we had with dinner was Mizuna, mixed lettuce leaves, onion and radishes, all from plot 25, and then baby plum tomatoes from Sainsbury's.
Very nice.
So everything except the tomatoes we grew with his own hands, and it was beautiful. Wasn't it? Very nice.
It was gorgeous. Yeah, as we said at the time, it doesn't get much fresher, does it? It doesn't get much fresher. Leona is going to the cinema tomorrow. Can't wait.
What are you
She
watching?
says, yes, what are you going to see? Because we might be going to the cinema next weekend. But I
Mhm.
think we already know that it's highly likely we'll see Jurassic World, because it would be rude not to. It's the last one in the franchise that we're aware of. We've got to see it on
Yeah,
the big
we've
screen.
really enjoyed all the other films, so we're like, you know, we have to see this one.
Yes. Antonia says, hey, just joined and hit the like immediately to spread the word about how amazing you are. Thank you, Antonia. And I'm sure the YouTube robots have glanced down and noticed, which is, you know, always appreciated. Thumbs up, always greatly appreciated. Let's see if we can get the thumbs up to 100 before we finish the live stream this evening, because it will make my heart warm. Warmer than it already
Muddy
is.
Paw says, what does Mizuna taste like? It's just a nice leafy, greeny salad leaf.
Yeah.
So it's very salady. Do you know what I mean? It's not too bitter. It's just got a nice kind of neutral salad taste.
Yeah.
Oh, I made a huge pot of pesto today. Because not so long back, when I made the Mizuna pesto, it inspired Leanne to do a radish greens pesto. So today I thought, well, she can inspire me back now. So I've done a radish greens and Mizuna pesto with lemon juice, garlic, nooch, cashew nuts, walnut oil, extra virgin olive oil. It's nice, isn't it?
It's really
It's going to be gorgeous in mashed potato and on pasta.
Really good.
Marvelous.
Definitely. Yes, just to follow up, Leona is seeing Lightyear and Elvis.
Oh, right, 2 films.
Nice.
Wow, that's thorough.
Nice. That's commitment. That's commitment to the cause, that, definitely.
What's been your tastiest vegetable fruit that you've grown and exceeded your expectations? I think it has to be the 4 things that we had on Christmas dinner, because we were expecting to have them on Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
And we had carrots, parsnips, sprouts and potatoes, all from the plot, all on our Christmas dinner. And it was just, sorry to say, it was quite an emotional experience. It was beautiful, because we love Christmas dinner. It's a very non-religious special time of year. Peace and goodwill amongst all men. I've said this before. You know, I believe in the power of Christmas.
Yes. Thank you for that question, Helen. That was a great question. Oh, Stuart's here.
Hello.
Are you happy there, Stuart?
I'm all right.
You can
Okay.
sit here in the middle if you'd like.
No, it's okay.
There's plenty of room.
I'll just be guest star in the background.
Vegan Runner, hi all, just leaving work and we'll be with you shortly. Nice one. Thank you for the
Nice.
update.
Nice.
Yes. And Jenny says, Paul, you're looking great. The happiness is shining through.
Well, thank you, my darling.
Which is kind of cool. Wicked Mazira took my mum to the cinema for the first time in years for the 25th anniversary showing of The Fifth Element.
25th anniversary.
That's cool. That's really cool. Nice.
We had a very, very busy week, Joanna. Yeah, very busy. Monday to Thursday, very busy. And well, today it's quite busy as well. It's
kind of non-stop at the moment, a little bit.
Kind of got up, took my mum to the doctors, went to the allotment, did some filming, got back. Stuart came around, made dinner. Show tomorrow. Yeah. It's been right busy.
Busy life is a happy life.
Muddy, thank you, darling, for the super chat. They do help incredibly, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you, Muddy.
Thank you, Lisa.
Greatly appreciated. Alex is in the house. Evening all. Sorry, I'm late. 12-hour shifts are not the one.
No, they're not.
No, they are not. Thankfully, you have youthful energy on your side. I will say that much. Hopefully, you've got youthful energy on your side. Adam's got a question. The wonderful Adam. Apart from Tropical Sun Carolina Reaper sauce, is there another hot sauce that has kicked your ass?
Psycho Juice.
The Psycho sauce, yeah, that's
Psycho Juice.
Psycho Juice, sorry, yeah, that's that is next level, isn't it? Absolutely next level, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Jib Arts, if with teenagers, I would ask them to sit down with you and watch a documentary. And with teenagers, I might even go as harsh as Earthlings, because I think once you see that, you're done. I think you're done. Or something nice and gentle. See, because I think teenagers have got to be really impacted. This is what I think personally. So I think inspirational things like Vegucated was very inspirational for me. The teenagers would have to personally connect with one of the three people it's about for them to get,
yeah, that's a fair point,
kind of emotively involved in it.
Yeah.
Whereas something like Earthlings is such shock and awe. And you can't get away from the fact that this is horrible. What we do to animals is horrible.
I feel like Seaspiracy and Cowspiracy are almost as impactful and not quite as severe as Earthlings.
Yeah, but yeah.
To
But
this day,
any
I
of
will
them.
never know why they didn't call it conspiracy.
Interesting.
To this day,
Conspiracy,
it was right there.
as opposed to
There might already be one.
I imagine there's lots
Seaspiracy.
of conspiracies about seas.
yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mitchell, hi guys. Me and Charlotte have been watching the hot sauce videos, the hot sauce videos this week. Is there any chance of another chili contest with Stu involved? We love the reactions. Well,
Yeah,
Stu,
all right, fine. I'll bow to public demand. I will.
So apparently, Mitchell, yes, there is.
so we'll look forward to sorting something out in the not too distant future.
Maybe somebody, one of you lot, get us some hot stuff sauces. Not all 10 though.
Oh, hot ones.
Hot ones.
Get a hot one sauce. A hot one sauce would be a good one to do.
I don't want to do the bomb though, because everyone says it's just horrible.
No, I don't want
It's
to do
like,
that.
and I don't want to do things that I want something that at least has the potential to have some taste to it while it kicks my ass.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Agreed. And we still got those Naga chilies in there. Next time we do anything chili related on the channel, and hopefully Stu will be involved. Maybe we bust out, I think the Nagas or Ghost. They're like dried. Might try one of them as well, or a bit of one. Just for a laugh.
Adam, if you've never seen Earthlings and you're determined to be vegan for life, don't. You don't need to. You don't need to.
Yeah, that's true. True that.
I tend to force myself to watch things from a journalistic point of view. It's, doing the channel, doing the TV show that I want. When I talk about something, I want to be informed.
Yeah. Well, that's the difficult thing. That's the difficult quandary around documentaries.
So sorry.
Pardon you.
I said sorry.
No, I'm just saying, pardon you. That's the double-edged sword about documentaries like that, because sometimes, and we've talked about this before, haven't we? Sometimes the people who need to see those documentaries are not the ones that are going to see it, unfortunately. They're going to purposefully avoid stuff like that. And that's kind of part of the reason, I suppose, in a way, why we did the short film on the channel, Be the Change, because it's a little bit more of a, well, it's a lot more sensitive.
It's cerebral. Makes you think.
It does. It makes you think without any gore, which sometimes that's an avenue, to get to people. Yeah. Naomi, we haven't done the one chip challenge. No. I think a while back, I'm probably going back a couple of years, we looked into it, and it was extortionate amounts of money. to get them because they're not available in the UK. You have to obviously import them through, like, you know, buy them on eBay or Amazon or whatever. Yeah, so not done that, but yeah, have thought it would be good to do it at some point.
What is the one chip challenge, if you don't mind me asking?
It's basically just a really, really spicy chip
covered in like Carolina Reaper, basically dried chili powder.
Yeah, and I think the new one's got pepper X on it as well. It's like
What's
the hottest.
wrong with you people?
It's the hottest chili in the world. Yeah. But it has been done a lot, and it's been done a lot on YouTube as well. So, you know, sometimes it's nice to just do something different to what everyone else is doing.
Leonie, we're planning to see the last Jurassic World, because we've watched them all of them, and now we're like, we should see the last one really. And the lovely Will and Chris got us a £25 voucher for Odeon for our 25th anniversary. Isn't that lovely?
Lovely.
So we were like, oh, we should go. So next weekend, we've no Vegan Queen show, have we?
No, we've not.
So we're getting together to rehearse, but that, like, we'll only get together one night, so then we'll be able to cut pictures.
Yeah. Leanne is in the house. Evening, Pete. Sorry I'm late. Do not worry, Leanne. And lovely that you are here. Imran, of course, is in the house as well, just after Leanne, coincidentally. Hey, you guys! Sorry for the greatness of the lateness. You are a mere 16 minutes and 26 seconds late, Imran. Do not worry. Do not worry at all. I'll scroll down a little bit.
Yeah, we had about, what, 3-4 hours today at the allotment?
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, intermittent, through intermittent rain.
We got a lot done, though.
We did get quite a bit done, didn't we?
So
yeah,
that was good.
It was good. Adam says, Emma and the kids laugh at me every day at dinner time saying, are you having a hot sauce on that? And yes, vegan for life. No way would I go back. Absolutely, good sir. Absolutely. Oh, cheers, Richard. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Paul, when you next see Gemini, can you say she looked fabulous in that dress? So diet and exercise working. My asthma gorgeous also, of course. Oh, thank you, Richard.
Thanks for the afterthought, Richard.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's very sweet.
I would like a little tipple.
Do you want me to get you a drink?
I'll get the drinks.
No, you talk to your fans. I'll bring things.
Are you gonna bring 2 glasses and a bottle of wine?
What I mean, made.
Yeah. Okay.
If you could have seen his face, then you could have seen his face.
It's all right. You can sit down and shut your mouth, you.
It's all very chill.
I'll show you the books we're reading. Stuart's chosen these, and we've read through them today, and they're all fabulous. So we're reading Dr. Ranj, A Superhero Like Mine. Cute.
Well,
cute, and
it
it's
is well
full
cute.
of positive mantras. The Gruffalo, who of course doesn't exist, or does he? And Llama Glamorama. That's what we're reading. So we've read through them today, and it was quite funny. And we went wrong in a few places and said we can't say that. And we won't say that.
Yeah, it's got to keep it family friendly. It's got to remain family friendly. Do you know what I mean? Sharon asks, have you ever made your own vegan cheese? I haven't yet, but want to. No, we haven't, have we?
No, made cheese sauce.
Yes.
From vegetables and nooch.
Made our own milk every week pretty much now.
But not actually cheese, although I've thought about it myself as well. I've got the non-dairy evolution cookbook in there.
Yeah. It's an option. You know, busy lads though. That's what. Busy lads. Stuart's fault, like, got the glasses the wrong way around. Unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable.
He acts like he knows us.
You just can't get the help these days, can you?
What happened to it's all chilled on Friday? All we do is sit in the lounge.
There's a certain minimum standard that has to be maintained though, and, you know, wine glasses and things.
Right.
You know.
Well, I thought that was purple.
Which, mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
every
Peter,
time-
I waited way too long, so I can't come from Canada to vegan camp out unless I want to pay about £2,000.
Oh, $2,000.
We're not going, Peter. And it's really not got anything to do with all the controversy that's been going on, although that's just kind of messy at the moment. I will say this, though. I don't understand why people who are upset with the venue are upset with vegan camp out, but not all the vegan celebrities willingly going to vegan camp out.
Fair question. Fair point.
Sorry to recap. What's the controversy, if you don't mind my asking? I
It's,
wonder if anybody else doesn't know.
It's a hunting venue. They do hunting and shooting.
Hunting and shooting venue. Yes.
Doesn't seem like a wise choice.
But
does that?
then when it all came out, and then Vegan Camp Out released this really post instead of being professional and saying, well, the place isn't doing hunts anymore because we're doing Vegan Camp Out there. And I was like, you should have led with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't wait for people to be justifiably concerned about the venue and then do a post. So it's more that really
Yeah,
is
that's
that
not good.
I'm just
spirited,
like,
is it?
oh,
It's not nice.
I just can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. It's all these not really down to earth vegans.
There we go. So that's the comments on Vegan Camp Out. Pauline says, hello, Paul and Jason. Hello, Pauline.
Hello there, darling.
Thank you for being here.
What about Stuart? It's right there.
Maybe Pauline didn't see Stuart in the background.
I have been up and down.
He is quite tiny.
He's been in and out, up and down.
He looks like a tiny boy.
Adam, going back to what we were saying before, says, I might not be an expert at adult books, but kids' books, I'm a legend.
I have no doubt.
Kind of understand that. And Leona is asking, do you guys chill your wine before drinking? I have to have mine chilled.
Absolutely not.
Red
Room
wine,
temperature
no.
Red wine. And we drink chilled red wine abroad.
And occasionally, this is not even like that interesting really, but I'll say it anyway. When we occasionally buy a bottle of wine from the supermarket on a cold evening, and then we bring it home and we drink it, it reminds us of being abroad, which is actually quite nice now and again, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember, like, just like, oh, it's like wine when we're abroad. Feels like we're on holiday momentarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only for a moment, really.
Dylan, the dyslexic villain. Hello, you three lovelies. Hello, Dylan, and thank you for being here. We've got actually 94 in the house, which for a chilled Friday night live in the lounge is lovely. You know what I'm going to ask. If you haven't already, please do consider giving the live stream a thumbs up because it helps with the YouTube robots. And what I'll also say, before I forget, I'll give a quick shout out to glorious Mam and Dad Brom. And I'll also give a little shout out to Auntie Pearl, who I have found out recently does generally watch most, if not all, of the stuff that we put up on YouTube.
That's adorable.
Which is lovely. So, yes, much love, Mum and Dad, Auntie Pearl, hugs, kisses, and all that jazz. Yeah.
Oh, Leanne, legend.
Oh, Leanne. Oh, no. No. I'm not even going to read that out, Leanne. I don't want anyone else to find out about it.
She drinks red wine with Coke.
I've got your back, Leanne. I'll fight for your right to do
I
that.
don't understand it.
And Dylan says red wine and fresh orange is quite yummy. That's like putting jam on a crumpet.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong
Is
with
there
that?
not?
It's in parts of Scotland, that's a delicacy.
I mean, most people will think I'm weird because I despise mushrooms. So, I'm a mushroom avoider. And it's particularly in the vegan community, that's like, what?
Yeah, you want to get a grip.
I know, this is what people tell me. I think, just going back to the red wine conversation, I do think red wine is an acquired taste.
Yeah, it took me ages to get used to red wine. We used to drink wine, didn't we? And then started getting heartburn. I don't even know where we went, but we started getting red wine with meals, and we were like, oh, it's lovely with a meal.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, it's lovely after a meal. Oh, it's lovely before a meal.
Oh, it's lovely for breakfast.
Oh, it's lovely.
We never
It's
have
lovely at
red
11 a.m.
wine for breakfast.
No.
Or lunch even.
No, even on holiday, we have our inherited from your wonderful father. We have our 12 o'clock cut off, don't we?
Yeah, but
Or cut in.
So we don't drink until midday. We will have a drink with our lunch, but it will be a short beer, a
Yes.
short cold beer.
Or a pint sometimes, depending.
For you,
Yeah.
I'll have a short cold beer and salad and chips, please.
It's always the classic. Always a classic. If all else
Have you got
fails-
anything vegan? No. Have you got salad? Yes. Have you got chips? Yes. You've got vegan food then.
And whilst we're on the subject of that, if you are ever on holiday anywhere in Greece or the Greek islands, if you are not great with the Greek language and you want to eat vegan, nistissimo, is that the word?
Yeah.
Nistissimo. If you use that word, most of them will understand that you want something that contains nothing derived from an animal. So there you go. Nistissimo.
It's a religious thing that Orthodox Greek people do.
Ah, yeah. Oh, yes, we talked about this, haven't we?
Nistissimo.
Adam says, Jason, I hate mayonnaise with a passion, and people look at me like I've grown a second head. Yeah, well, you know what? It's difference, isn't it? And it's what makes the world go round. That's the most important thing. We're all different. Leonie asks, interesting question, actually. What places would you both love to travel the world and go on holiday to? That's a good question, Leonie.
The Maldives.
We'd like to go to the Maldives.
I would
yeah.
like to go to the Maldives because it looks beautiful. But back to Kefalonia, please.
In terms of specifically trying to think of somewhere that we've not been before, I think we've talked about it before. Certain areas of Thailand.
Yeah, northern Thailand, I think.
Northern Thailand,
place
yeah.
to-
Definitely certain areas of northern Thailand we would like to visit and eat and vlog. That would be awesome. Because we've watched quite a bit of Mark Weens and he's visited some incredible places in Thailand, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Stuart, what about you? Somewhere that you've not been that you might like to? Any aspirations towards anywhere in the world you might visit?
Tricky one. I want to go back to the States. I want to go to New York. Not really too bothered about anywhere else in the States, to be honest. It's not a critique if anyone's watching from the States.
Good recommendation, Leanne. I think we mentioned it in our Kefalonia video. Could be wrong. Definitely our Tenerife one. We've got one in the kitchen. It's basically a written page in pretty much every language saying, "Hello, please. Please don't give me animal things."
You interrupted Stuart.
It's all right.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was reading, Leanne.
Yeah. Stuart was answering a
I'm
question.
sorry.
But you said New York.
Yeah.
Anywhere else? Anywhere?
I fancy Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik. There you go. I've always, when on this subject,
I don't know why.
I've always it's never particularly appealed to me. City breaks. I don't know why. We've talked about this before, haven't we? But city breaks just don't really appeal to me. I don't know why. I think it's more because I'm more of a country boy, more of a rural.
Thank God
Dylan says Japan is on my bucket list. Nice. Yes, I think I'd quite like to visit Japan as well, actually, at some point. I don't know what it's like to visit Japan as a vegan, though. I don't know what that would be like. Oh, Stephanie, thank you for popping in. Didn't realise you were on, my lovelies, but I'm too tired to stay. I'm sorry. Night, gorgeous people. Thank you for popping in, Stephanie. Night, and take care. That's an interesting question, Jenny, and we can answer that fairly quickly. Jenny says, do you ever have a lie-in, guys? We do, usually on a Friday, don't we?
Well, over the weekend, we usually get up at 9:30.
9:30.
9:30, 9:20, 9 o'clock sometimes.
Although Isis, for anyone who doesn't know, Isis is our cat, by the way, our fur child.
She's dreadful.
She was bad this morning. She was bad because I think from about 8:15, she was meowing at the bedroom door. And then I think you shouted at her, didn't you? And then I shouted at her. And then I distinctly remember she did it one more time. And I kind of fumbled for a shoe. And I was going to throw a shoe at the door. And then she stopped. So I didn't. And after that, it was okay. But yeah, sometimes. Now and again.
We could have been abducted by aliens last night, you know.
Oh, because of the 4 o'clock wee.
R4 it was, and it was a very weird experience. All I remember is suddenly being wide awake and needing a wee, and you were already awake, and you said to me, "Do you need a wee?" And I said, "Yeah." And you opened the bedroom door for me, and I went and had a really long wee. Sorry about this.
Nice.
And then I went back to bed, and it was slightly light outside.
Right.
And then I looked at my phone, and I was like, 4 in the morning.
Definitely aliens.
How is this? Wow, this is weird. And then you had a massive long wee as well.
Sure.
No, it's just weird to wake up at the same time.
Yeah. That. Well, it's weird because we've been together a very, very long time, and to my memory, that's never happened. Or if it has, it's like once. Like it's not.
To remember it so vividly though, because I was like wide awake suddenly.
Strange. Very strange.
Isn't it? Very strange. I hate waking up in early hours. Not a fan.
No, I'm not a fan of waking up early. Full stop. Really.
No.
To be honest. Pauline asks a pretty cool question actually. Who inspires you both, Jason and Paul? Who inspires you both? But we shall also extend that to Stuart as well, of course, because it would be rude not to. Who inspires you, Paul?
Jason.
Okay. Who inspires me? Well, currently alive right now. You know what? I will say, because it's kind of current and it's in the media very recently, I will say Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney inspires me because he's 80 and he's still rocking and he's still doing his thing. And he's Glastonbury, obviously, last weekend. So love him or hate him. I will say Paul McCartney. There you go. That's my answer.
I'm not going to go for celebrities. I'm going to, because that's a different kind of inspiration. People who inspire me are people who are clearly honest and real. I value honesty and realism above most things.
Fair.
To be honest with you.
Stu?
Don't know. You've come back to me. I'm trying to think then.
Fair enough. Scroll down a little bit. Jenny says, my fur baby has been waking up at 5. I think it's the light mornings. To be fair, Isis generally isn't too bad, particularly when it's a working day. She just kind of naturally gets up when we get up. But when we do choose to have a lie-in now and again, yeah, she's a bit, she's a bit needy, I think is probably the word. Yeah.
Apparently I'm Australian now.
That was funny.
Oh,
that was funny. Jingy says, my husband and I suddenly remembered your sewerage video and I sat here laughing. Apparently I'm Australian now. Yes, it's a classic line in the video. Definitely.
Amanda says, hello, Stuart.
Hello.
Kaylee says, why is the guy sitting away back there? Looks like he's being held hostage. No, if he was being held hostage, he'd be tied to the chair. Obviously. This is Stuart. Good friend.
Raise your arms for a moment, Stuart, to show you're not tied up. Thanks, love.
Thank you for that little pose there as well.
I might question your perceptions in future before you ask random questions.
Oh, Richard, thank you for being here. Richard says, early start tomorrow, so getting my head down. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
We shall try our damnedest.
We will do our best, Richard. I think hopefully Sunday will be a little bit more of a relaxed affair. There won't be too much going on Sunday. But we shall see. 92 thumbs up. We are close to hitting the 100 mark. So thank you all so much that have given the live stream a thumbs up. It's appreciated. Very flexible hostage, Kaylee says.
You don't know the half of it.
Very flexible hostage. And Dylan loves the socks as well.
Does anybody else watch Navarra Media on YouTube? Doesn't Stuart look like him? Him from Navarro Media. If you do watch it, very much.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody does watch Navarra Media. Let me have a little.
Can we have a song? Can we have a super chat?
It's like busking. It's a bit like busking on occasion. I'm just going to scroll up and make sure that I've not missed anything.
I'm not vegan steak. You can't just order me. What's that from?
I have no idea. But
Oh,
I do know, but I
it's-
can't think.
Yeah, it's from Working Girl.
Oh, yes.
I'm
We were
not
on
steak.
that the
You
other
can't
day.
just order me.
Yeah.
We have hit 102 thumbs up. You lovely people. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. It really does help.
And I
Genuinely.
want to thank you for
Um,
giving us over 100 thumbs up.
Adam, going back to what we were saying before, a lie-in, only people without kids know what it is. 7 a.m. is classed as a lie-in in our house. 7 a.m. That's your lie-in, mate. That's why we've not got kids.
You had to.
Yeah,
You had your way. Now you'll have to pay.
exactly. Exactly.
They're your own children. Answer for yourselves. We will sweat.
On the children note, do you ever see? Do you know,
Children
like,
of Eden.
do you know like people you know on like line and stuff like that? Particularly fellas. I don't want to be sexist, but they're always like, "I'm babysitting for my kids tonight." I'm like, it's not babysitting when they're your own kids.
Why do you come sit around
Fair
here?
enough.
I like being here, like the voice of God.
Fair enough.
There you go. KH says, I'm an American and I agree that he does look like Navarra Media. I showed him a picture of Navarra Media last week and he was like, I'll take that. I'll totally take
Yeah, he's
that.
quite attractive, so I'm into
Fair.
that.
You kind of, when you're being compared to somebody, you kind of hope that, you know, you sort of, you can see
It's
that.
not Janet Street Porter, yeah, exactly.
We haven't been watching a lot of films.
No, I think if I'm not mistaken, the last
Wait.
film we watched was the Scream, the new Scream films. The last
Yeah,
film we
and that
watched,
was
wasn't
okay.
It was just okay.
We've finished off Stranger Things, but apparently the 2 final episodes have dropped.
Today.
Yeah. So we've done that, and we finished. What else did we finish off?
We finished Heartstoppers fairly recently.
Oh, I loved that.
I know we've talked about
I love that
Heartstoppers before, and I know we have, but it's worth just mentioning again because it is a
It's amazing.
Cracking-
It's
cracking
important
series.
LGBTQIA television for young people. It validates.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
It's crucial.
We've been watching a shed load of Voyager, to be
Oh,
honest. Do you know what I
man,
mean?
I swear, I can't believe that I ever doubted that Janeway was the best captain that there has ever been on any starship ever. There's no question. Watching them all again. How many times have we cried, pair of us?
Several,
Into
numerous
our dinner.
numerous times.
Because
Tears.
we have our dinner while we're watching a couple of episodes of Voyager.
It's often
It's
though.
just brilliant.
It's often a dramatic, like one tear just rolling down the face for me, like when Janeway, and sometimes it can just be a look. So you know what? So we've got 121 in the house. Appreciate not all of you are into Star Trek and even know what Star Trek Voyager is. So we'll keep it brief. We won't gush too much, but yeah, it's incredible. We watch at least one episode a day, sometimes 2. We're working our way through the entire 7 seasons of Voyager again.
No doubt we'll cry when we get to the end.
But also, just to go back to Jenny's original question around just what we're watching in general, I'm also excited because we've got the 3rd season of The Boys in the watch list, and we also, the new season of Umbrella Academy has just dropped very recently, and we're both big fans of that, and we're looking forward to that as well. So
Imran has a question, and it's quite an interesting one. Imran, before I read your statement, I'm going to say that gig that you went to last night, have you seen the footage of someone outside the stadium filming, saying, I hope everyone's okay in there because of the fire and the smoke coming up? It was a Rammstein gig.
Excellent.
I saw that today, and I was like, somebody had commented underneath, it's a Rammstein gig. With talk of travel, gigs, parties, etc. Last night I went to the Rammstein gig at Cardiff's Millennium Stadium. Awesome, by the way. What do you think of the news that COVID infections are up? I think we just need to get on with our lives now. I think every time there's something big, like a festival or a gig or a jubilee or whatever, the cases are going to go up. But however, I'm not up on the variants at the moment. Are these life-threatening variants that are, because Delta was pretty shit, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Delta, Omicron.
I think it's too early to tell, because it's still very early days. We saw a spike after the Jubilee. We've seen another spike now after Glastonbury. I'm sure there'll be further spikes over the coming weeks and the summer with other festivals that are going on around the UK. I think we just got to keep a close eye on it and just play it by ear. But you're absolutely right. We need to just carry on getting on with our lives. For the most part.
Yeah. I've started to wear a mask again on public transport because I'm using public transport quite a lot. Because when I'm not in Oldham town centre, I'm going to one of the towns outside, just outside Oldham town centre, invariably on a bus. So I've got to that point again where I'm wearing a mask, getting on the bus. As soon as I sit down, sanitising my hands because I've touched stuff on the way on. Once I get off the bus, sanitising my hands again. I've got to that point again now.
We never stopped sanitising our hands, did we? We stopped wearing our masks, but we didn't stop sanitising our hands. But it's a really good question, Imran, and I'm sure, to be fair, those that are fairly clued up and switched on are a little bit concerned at the moment that we are seeing spikes. We are seeing more hospital admissions here in England. So I think it's fair to just keep an eye on it, see how things progress and develop. But yeah, with this question 2, what Imran says is speaking to Leanne about repeat infections weakening one's immune system. So how do we handle this? We trust the science, I guess. It's all we can do, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just protecting yourself, isn't it? It's personally, I don't think I would go to a hugely crowded place right now. Just because but then I'm like, because I don't forget I have had COVID twice now, and the second time I had it, it was the only reason I knew is because my wine tasted funny.
Yeah.
It felt like hay fever, which I have all summer from like, so it's a funny one.
Whilst we're on the subject, and we will briefly move on from this subject, but whilst we're on the subject, I had a little bit of a scare at the beginning of the week. Without going into too much detail, my manager at work was in on Monday. We were working quite closely together.
That's all the detail.
On the Tuesday, she was off because she'd come down with the Shmarona. So I was like, oh, well, I best do a test, really, because we were working quite closely together. Negative. Then took a test last night before I went guitar teaching, negative again. So there you go.
Charlotte says, hi, I have a question for Gemini and Mazma. Hopefully Paul or Stu will be able to answer. Have you tried any Jeffree Star makeup products? Are they worth the price? I don't have any. You do, don't you?
I do. I have tried them. They're good. I kind of don't really use them now because I'm not really a fan of JS, if I'm honest.
Are they any better than Superdrug?
I don't notice a discernible difference, no.
That's where well, I can't speak for you, darling, but I get most of my makeup from Superdrug.
I'm just pretty much using what everyone's amassed over the years, so yeah, similar.
Yeah, I get most of my stuff from Superdrug and from companies that I know do vegan products like NYX and what else have I been buying recently? Other stuff, Cryolan, switched to Cryolan foundation. But I love the palettes that you can get in Superdrug. I've got Carnival, Tammy X.
Revolution,
X
and stuff like that. Yeah, they're all like
pretty good palettes, and all my mascaras and most of my eyeliners are from Superdrug. So
yeah, I think the thing about Jeffree Star is kind of when he first came out with stuff, he was one kind of leading the way with doing like interesting color schemes and stuff like that. But like a lot of other brands have caught up with that now. So,
yeah,
it peters down, doesn't it, from high end products into like high street products. So.
Misty, we are also very big Next Generation fans, but if you didn't make it through Voyager, give it another chance. It is amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Peter, yeah, we did see The Orville and we really enjoyed the first series, and then it went on to Hulu.
I think we watched the first 2 seasons of
Yeah,
Orville.
and then it went on to
Yeah.
Hulu, and we were like, right, well, try then.
We can't
we're
watch
We're
it.
not getting
Yeah.
yet another
streaming platform. It's difficult. It's really difficult, isn't it, to kind of keep up with the stuff when it doesn't sort of stay on one consistent platform. But yeah, love Seth MacFarlane and love the Orville, what we've seen of it.
Felix, never heard of that person.
He's the head of RMT. He's the spokesperson for the.
Oh, I've seen him on the news. Then
Brilliant.
His name just didn't stick with me. Grassroots.
Brilliant.
Yes. Vegan Runner. I'm back. Looking forward to the catch up. Great stuff. Yes, we've had the chat's been thick and fast as always. And you've probably missed a fair bit. It's got to be said, but I'm glad you're here, and that's the most important thing. Jingy, we currently have the vid. No fun. Jingy, I hope you are better soon and you're over it. You know, it's not great.
Are you worried about monkeypox? Not really.
No, not really.
Questions we asked only because our local hospital's been
redesignated
as a COVID hospital. Is this the case with you guys? Oh no,
I don't think so. No,
I don't think so.
I
think, yeah, no, I don't think it ever got to that stage. Even at the height of it all, Imran, I don't think it got to that stage here. But then don't forget, we are very close to central Manchester. So if anything like that was going to happen, I think it would probably be more likely to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Wales responded pretty well, comparably to England throughout the kind of lockdown elements of the pandemic as well.
Yeah.
Limby asks, will you be going on holiday this year, Stuart? Going on holiday this year?
Not planned to, no.
We would love to, but it all depends on time and finances and just, you know, as in, we're not going to get the holiday we would love, which would be a week in Catalonia. Would heal all my ills at the moment. But we might get a couple of days away in Britain somewhere. We might go camping. Nothing's in stone.
No, nothing's in stone. And I think if we do something, it's probably going to the turnaround on it's probably going to have to be fairly quick. And it might have to be a little bit spontaneous about it. But if we are, like Paul said, if we get away this year, it's going to be UK, I think, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, couple of days camping in the Lake District, something like that. I wouldn't turn my nose up at by any means.
Stuart, as I said on your channel, I've actually picked up a book for the first time in 24 years this week. The book is The Room.
Oh, yes.
All inspired by your channel, so thank you.
Thank you,
yes,
Adam.
If you like a read, you should definitely, it's always, Stuart's channel's always linked below. The library is open, so I hope you brought your library quite darling. And you should pop along because she reviews books that she reads more than any other person I've ever known on earth. I shit you not.
It's fair to say.
Oh, somebody was like, Paul, why do you call Stuart she when they prefer their on a comment? And I was like, firstly, you don't know us. We're a drag duo. And if Stuart was ever offended by anything that I said, he would be the first person to tell me.
For sure.
Of course.
I hate it when people get offended on your behalf. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See you as weak. So please don't do that.
You may have been asked this before.
I'm sure she meant it well, but think before you write things like that.
You know, I don't think that was a particularly good.
Known each other 13 years.
Or comment. Yeah, I think that was a bit.
Don't ever need you to judge anything we say to each other.
Not well thought out.
We'll do that.
Yeah. Tracy asks.
Hi, Jingo.
I have a question. What brand of hair bleach / dye do you use, Paul? I'm sure you've answered this before, but I recently bought Bleach London and wondered if you had an opinion.
That's
Bleach
exactly
London.
what I use. Always Bleach London. Always Bleach London these days. And sometimes Bleach London toners as well. Like, although that mermaid one's gone on it. but I've got that other one, the Force of Nature or something. You got me from Superdrug.
Yeah,
It's a different kind of colour, but it still says vegan and cruelty free on the bottle.
Yeah, it's a similar colour.
It's the same colour,
It's
basically.
virtually very similar.
Pretty much.
Very similar. Just we're okay, actually. We're okay.
Yeah.
We're okay. The chat is good. The chat is good. So yeah, Imran says Rammstein was amazing, but I'm really concerned now if people's attitudes are to pretend it's not there, then it'll be with us for a long time to come. I think it just is, Imran. I think
it's just here now.
Yeah.
Shout from the door.
It just is.
Peter, I'm not going to read what you've written there because you've written it in another chat. Stop saying that. Just stop saying. I don't care what other people think. You are validating it by keep saying it. You keep bringing it to people's attention. I don't want to know what mental people think about drag queens. Please don't post that again. Thank you.
There you go. That's what you call being told. Being told on a Friday night. Adam says, I was shocked when Stuart said he'd read 104 books so far this year. Even I didn't know that. That's ridiculous. In a good way. Like
Some of them will work.
Work related.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. But still, that's a lot. That's quite a
yearly challenge.
It's quite an undertaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Leanne is the new Orville on Disney Plus now, or is it just the first 2 seasons? Because we've seen them.
Yeah.
I wish I had eyes to read that many books, Imran. I have to read on my Kindle me so I can make the text bigger. I really struggle with books these days. You've seen me in a supermarket. Jay, what does that say?
I mean, it's like I don't like do films or telly the same way you do.
It's on
You know what
Disney
I mean?
Plus, the Orville. Sorry, love.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be shouting from the doorway. I'm just saying, and that's not a critique. It's just like people have their mediums and there's books in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get me?
Like
Yeah,
we're
well-
smashing, like you just said, we're smashing through Voyager.
We watch a
We're
lot more
consuming-
TV than you,
Yeah.
I think.
Like I go a lot of days without putting telly on.
Yeah.
You know. So.
We all consume in a different
Apparently,
way.
it's all on. The Orville
So Leanne's,
on-
it's all on Disney Plus.
Yeah, and they're dropping new episodes weekly.
Oh well, that's
We had
just what we need.
absolutely no idea.
Just
about
what we need. That isn't it? Another series.
No idea. So thank you, Leanne.
Thank you.
Honestly,
you
no
know.
idea. I've not seen that advertised anywhere at all. And you would have think they would have been advertising that,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, what a strange world.
It's 2022. We've all gone bananas. We're up the kite now.
True that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Misty says, I listen to most books on Audible. I miss having time to actually read a book. Yeah, I think us three, because obviously Stuart was over last weekend as well. I think we touched on that in a conversation we were having last week around there is something very, very nice about the tactile aspect of reading a book as opposed to the Kindle.
Absolutely.
That whole-
And that's why I always preferred second-hand books as well, because I loved the idea that someone had got joy from it before me.
Yeah.
And I loved seeing a corner down on a page or something underlined with pencil, or because it was like that meant something to somebody.
I bought a
love that.
second-hand one from eBay the other day, and what I love is there was a postcard in it someone had been using as a bookmark.
Oh,
Like hygiene,
nice.
hope you're well. All this, I love that.
Adam,
Kept it.
I'm going to hurt you when we see each other again just because of that statement. No, not the bird. Orville, yes, who is your very best friend? You are.
Got him up. He's upstairs.
Not him. No, The Orville, it's called. It's a Seth MacFarlane comedy sci-fi series, much based on Star Trek.
Yeah, but Adam doesn't do Star Trek, does he? So he
No.
probably wouldn't do the Orville either, to be fair. But it's a very, very good series. Very, very good. Leanne says I found it by accident and did a little dance. Nice. That's cool. That is very cool. Yes. Just scrolling back up,
Patience is a virtue
making sure not
that
missed
very
anything.
few possess, and I confess I feel myself possess it less and less. But then if you've ordered a lost one virtue, how on earth can losing one more hurt you? I'm going to open a packet of crisps.
Everybody, I'm surprised at how many people are aware of Orville in terms of the original 90s. I think it might have even been
Orville was a
earlier.
G.
Earlier than the 90s, wasn't
Early
it?
in the 90s. I've got a soft spot for. I liked Orville, and then my favourite was Ed the Duck,
Oh, Ed the Duck, yeah.
and then maybe Otis the Aardvark, but I wasn't really a kid by that point. So
Fair enough.
Let's try these.
what Addy?
They're from Poundland, a pack of 6.
Oh, I've had these. They're lovely.
Are they nice?
They're really nice.
They're only £1 for a bag of 6. All these are shaped like Watsons.
Like what's this?
Vanessa, thank you for being
Thanks,
here.
love. Good auntie.
It doesn't matter that you're late. Thank you for being here.
Mm.
You want to show people what we're eating?
Yeah, did you see a little Poundland vlog the other day? It was, so I brought a pack of each out.
Poundland perks for plant preferers.
Plant-based snacks from Poundland. What?
Leanne, I saw Keith. I'm hearing Leanne say it though. That's the thing. I'm not even going to attempt to do a Welsh accent. I wouldn't want to offend in any way. I saw Keith Harris and Orville at our student union when in uni. He made Orville say the C word, scarred for life. I am not surprised.
What
Leanne.
redemption?
Why would he do that?
Why would he do that? Why would he ruin the illusion? Maybe that at the point where he sort of transitioned from children's TV into turning into a bit more of an adult comedy routine. Because I know that did happen.
You worry, don't you, about people? Like I've been waiting
Beautiful
for.
texture.
I've been waiting for Orville or Ed the Duck. You know, sex revelations
Mhm.
in the past.
You never know. You never know.
Roger and Badger.
So these are the sour cream and chive Ringo style ones. Boy, I used to love a Ringo.
Oh, these are nice. Thai sweet chili.
Really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, they're lovely then. Clearly marked vegan, gluten free. Harvard snacks. Baked, not fried.
Sour cream and chive. Pound 6 packs. Hey, you can't grumble. Those pizzas from Farm Foods for 99p.
Amazing. Adam says Ed the Duck and Gordon the Gopher were my faves. Ashley says Bodger and Badger.
Yeah, mashed potato.
And Charlotte says Stuart, I'm loving your limp tattoo. It's gorgeous.
Oh, how far are
There you go.
I'm reclaiming the limp wrist. It's camp and I love it.
Oh, the chat has gone up again. Try these sour cream and chive. They're great.
These are great
That'd be
for,
good
great
for
for
a
6
pound.
packs.
Really good.
They're quite
Baked and
gusty
not
bags.
fried.
They're quite gusty bags as well, aren't they? Like you don't. It's not like your big brands where it's like 75% earth. Good.
And it's all amber and green. What you want with a snack, isn't it?
Aye. Just have one more. So that's good. Thank you.
Vegan Runner says, just going back to what we were chatting about before in terms of books and how we absorb and read books. I've read 2 Daniel Steele books this year. Love her stories. Waiting for her new one to come out. I love reading on my iPad. Hardly have time for TV, but love old Red Dwarf episodes at the moment. Oh, you know what? I'd love to go through the entire Red Dwarf series from the start, particularly the first 5 seasons of Red Dwarf.
They're the best.
5, 6, the first 5, 6 seasons, incredible, absolutely brilliant.
I was just thinking then about books. It's like, I can tell you the books that have massively impacted me over the years in a really short. Chronicles of Narnia, all of them. Read them all. Loved them. Love how one fed into the next. Loved that. I read that quite young though, early 20s. Imagica, Clive Barker. Sprawling sci-fi. Beautiful, androgynous, genderless character called Pi or Par that I identified with so much. So that's why that impacted me, because of Pio Part. The Art of Asking.
Oh,
Amanda Palmer. Black Swan Green. Dan Miller.
David Mitchell.
David Mitchell. Yeah, rubbish. Love that. I've read another book of his that I love.
Cloud Atlas.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Cloud Atlas, but Black Swan Green is so gentle. Such a lovely tale of a. And it was kind of cute because it was like he was called Jason, but he had a stammer, so it was me and him combined.
Yeah, it was quite close to home, wasn't it, in a lot of ways? But
Yeah,
that's clever
because,
writing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and here's where it really got me. So there's a scene in the book where the little lad is in the downstairs toilet and the window's open, and the window's in the backyard, and he can hear his mum and her auntie talking about their mum and dad who were no longer here, saying like, I thought they'd always be here. And the holiday that we were on when I read the book was after my dad had been told he had 10 months to live, and he paid for a holiday for us all to go, and I was like, oh my God, he's not going to be there soon. Like, he's not going to be there, you know. It got me. I'm bawling my eyes out on the balcony. They all walk in from pub.
Yeah. They got me, gal.
Got me. Beautiful.
The smoke got me.
We've got everybody reminiscing now. Ashley says, loved Fraggle Rock and Bagpuss.
Very important to reminisce. We talk about this a lot, don't we? I actually say this quite a lot. People forget what they used to love too much. We're too busy looking for the next thing, living in the here and now. Oh, I like this these days. I like this band. Never forget what you've loved, and always tap back into it. I'm always listening to 80s music and old musicals that we were in, and you know, just that nostalgia is so important. It needs to be a core part of you, not just something you dip into now and again. Do you agree?
I agree. I think it's a wonderful way to reclaim time, which often feels lost.
So so you should your homework for this week between now and next week's live stream on YouTube is to go away and watch at least one episode of Count Duckula. There you go.
Yes, I love Count Duckula. Like a little plastic Count Duckula that I chewed the feet off. I've always been a weirdo.
It was so camp.
So camp.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to remember what you used to love and find it again.
Down the forever rock, dance your cares away.
Alex, well, we're kind of on the same subject there, so we can kind of touch on this one. Alex says, can I ask you all what's your favourite genre of book, and have you read any good biographies? Currently reading a Queen, the band biography. Favourite genre of book? Kind of similar to my genre of film, which is I like horror books, although I haven't read a lot of horror books over the last few years. But yeah, as a youngster growing up, I read a lot of Stephen King. You know, loved that kind of sort of horror. It's kind of quite classic.
Are you messaging people to say, watch me, I'm live on YouTube?
No, I was just looking up the title of the book because I do have an answer to the question about biographies. So, but I wanted to make sure I got the title right.
Right, good, go. Say words.
Good biographies at the moment are Viola Davis, an amazing actor. Finding Me. It's pretty harrowing, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, you know, she's the lead in How to Get Away with Murder, and she was in The Help, and really, you'll know her if you see her.
Yeah.
The one that did the shit pie.
I don't know if it's the one that did the shit pie, but that's her on the front cover. You'll recognise that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's a brilliant actor. Brilliant. And Harvey Fierstein, who was in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, I saw advertised recently.
Yes.
What's it called?
I Was Better Last Night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just because they're both on the shelf right next to me, and I've read them both. Just to delve into Alex's question in a little bit more detail.
It's a big book. It's American. So the print tends to be bigger.
Yeah. These two I've read, and they're both absolutely great. I am biased, of course, but Sting, Broken Music, autobiography, really, really good, really interesting. A lot more going on people, you know, look at Sting and judge him and view him a certain way, and that's fine, each to their own. But that's, if you want to really find out about the early years and him growing up, working class, really, then that's a great one. And of course, Dave Grohl. So that's two there that I've read and thoroughly enjoyed very, very much. So yeah, there you go, Alex. Put them back on the
That was an
shelf.
interesting little book segment.
Wasn't it lovely? My favorite. What's your favorite genre of book? I like crime.
Well, that's what I was saying before.
Crime.
It's like when I told you those ones that really
Quite
impacted me.
mixed. Yeah.
How different are they?
Yeah.
You've got a children's fantasy,
Mm.
you've got an adult sci-fi,
Mhm.
and you've got a biography.
Yeah. So.
And they're the things that are, and then you've got two other, like Black Swan Green is just a story of a boy.
Yeah, it kind of
Isn't it?
defies classification, really, doesn't it, in many ways? Yeah.
But then I've read The Catcher in the Rye. I hated it.
You can tell she hated it. Look,
I hated it.
fuming.
I hated Holden Caulfield so much. He was so far up his own ass. I hated it.
You're not a fan.
I know, I don't like it.
No.
What did you think? They call it a classic.
They
and
call
I'm
it-
like, why?
Well, a lot of things are classics, aren't they? Because of like what they were talking about at the time when they came out, as opposed to whether they're actually now considered great works of fiction.
So was Catcher in the Rye basically and a discovery of mental health about talking about it?
Yeah, kind of. It's the same vibe as like the whole
That's
Jimmy
what I got
Dean thing,
from
wasn't
it.
it? Like Rebel Without a Cause and stuff like that. It was talking about like disaffected white youth in America, wasn't it?
Right.
Which is really hard to empathise with
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
You know. So
I loved the Tintin books when I was at school.
I love Tintin.
I loved his books because they were like big cartoon annuals.
And wasn't Captain Haddock a daddy?
You loved it.
Yeah, I well loved Captain Haddock. Yeah.
Leanne says, growing up, I loved the Redwall Abbey books. I still love them, read them from time to time. They're making a TV show of them, apparently.
Oh,
There we go. Thank you for sharing that, Leanne.
why is Adam a sick man?
He was doing the Fraggle Rock theme tune, but he changed the lyrics round, and we all know the lyrics. And I'm not going to sing it. It's rude, Adam. It's rude.
Adam Hewitt, I love Fraggle Rock. How dare you?
Rude.
You will get none of Red's radish.
Put your cares away. Worries for another day. Everyone is gay. Down at Fraggle Rock.
That's a sweeping assumption. Sweeping assumption about the Fraggles.
Everyone was gay at Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle Rock. Down at Fraggle Rock.
Um,
yeah.
Vanessa says,
Vanessa.
you three have kept me busy this week. Yeah, I'm recovering from the dreaded Schmarona, and the Vegan Queen's Library is open, and the vegan guys, you've been putting out so much this week.
Oh, I'm so glad.
thank
I hope you get over it soon, Vanessa.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Marcus says, I loved the David Eddings books and Terry Pratchett, of course.
Terry Pratchett, yeah.
Yes.
Has everybody seen the snippets from Rochdale Pride, the Vegan Queen's channel, by the way? It's very good.
It is
You
very good.
Absolutely, definitely watch it. You should.
You get to watch both RRs make a plea for victory. I mean, a plea for freedom in the wind.
Oh, it will windy.
So windy.
But we look like Marilyn Monroe and Jane Russell.
Yeah.
And it's a short one. I think it's only 10 or 12 minutes, but it's a really nice little capturing of.
It's the capture of a full day,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
We
the
had a ball.
essence.
We had a ball.
The essence of a community pride event
Mhm.
is what it's. Yeah, it's what it is.
Rosie
Antonia.
Rosie and Jim chugging along on the old rag doll. Rosie and Jim, Rosie and Jim, and John, he steers the boat.
I used to be obsessed with, I used to get the 2 pens at the start and draw the river. One day, Rosie and Jim were on the river.
Raggy dolls, happy just to be. Raggy dolls, dolls like you and me.
Brilliant program.
Brilliant though.
Adam brought up Shoe People as well, and Poddington Peas,
Yes,
all
yes,
great
yes.
shows.
All right, who else? Admit it. Women and gay men, answer over there, please. Who else fell in love with Stick of the Dump?
It's just you, that babe. It's just
Shut
you.
up.
Just you.
Shut up.
I'm all about Captain Haddock.
Stick of the Dump. I love Stick of the Dump.
Did you?
Yeah, I was only a little boy and I was like, I fancy him. He's only got a short dance on.
Do you know who Stick of the Dump turned into?
Who?
Wurzel College.
I love Wurzel College.
There you go. You see, so it all tracks.
It all
doesn't it?
tracks perfectly. Join the dots up.
Mm.
Join the
He
dots up.
is. He is. Wurzel College.
I don't hate Wurzel
He's
College.
scourged it up.
Would you like a
He
slice
used
of
to
cake?
freak me out. Yeah, he used to freak me out, and therefore he still freaks me out as an adult.
Can you say your name in Wurzelage?
No, I don't want to. I don't
can
want
say
to. I
mine.
don't want to
What's yours?
engage with his
You were able,
language.
you were Elwood.
Do you mind?
S were T were you were A were R were T were.
Oh, lovely. I like
C were R were O were W were. T were H were you were R were.
That's so much better than my actual name.
For anyone that's just joining us, this is Those Vegan Guys channel on YouTube, and we are
You
live
go.
streaming from our living room.
We're after WN, we're after O, we're after R, and it's away we go. You put a we're after Z, a we're after E, a we're after L, and then you've got me. I love Wurzel.
I didn't even know. Antonia says, anyone watch the Queer as Folk reboot? Is it worth an additional TV subscription? Going back to what we were saying before, we are not getting any more.
What is it
additional-
on, Antonia? Because we may have it.
I can't
already.
remember. Is it Stars it's on?
Is it on
But
Stars?
Oh,
I
Stars
don't
of the Dead.
recommend this, and I'm not advocating for it. What I will say, it is available elsewhere if you look for it.
You're going to get a torrent of abuse for comments like that.
Am I?
A torrent
Yes.
of abuse.
I hope I
Tommy.
don't get a stream of vitriol
Oh, of
from
course.
people wanting to watch movies online or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Victoria, hello. Thanks for being here. Evening all. Who remembers Jace and the Wheeled Warriors? Loved that. I don't remember
Mhm.
Jace and the Wheeled Warriors.
Yeah.
Do you?
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Excuse
But
you.
I want to say, Jade, well done, love. There you go. You've done it. Put your first comment down.
Well done, love.
You've just said to your anxiety, shit off, Karen. Call it Karen. Right, because Karen's not even vegan. Shit off, anxiety. I posted my first comments.
Good for you.
Good for you, girl.
Nice one,
I'm
Jade.
looking forward to meeting you at the next Grub Club. Seen your pics on Insta. Goth chick, loving it. I'm loving it.
Missed it. Yeah. I live in South Dakota in the US, and things have gotten so crazy and hateful here that I have found myself watching and listening to things from the 80s and early 90s. It reduces my stress.
It is. It's good for you, isn't it? Marcus says Clive Barker's Weave World.
Was good.
Weave World.
Yeah.
Might look that one up.
Mm.
I like Clive Barker.
Hmm.
He's very good. Has anyone else read Imagica, by the way? I know it's a real long book and it's a real sprawling sci-fi, but I loved it.
I suppose it's kind of on a similar level to Cloud Atlas, really, isn't it? It's that level of commitment that's required.
Yeah.
Amanda says, Paul, do you blend a whole lemon per ice cube? No.
Oh, no, I do. There's a video on the channel for the Morning Boost shakes. I do 1.5 lemons with water, turmeric, and black pepper in a full tray of, how many are there in that tray?
I wouldn't know without counting, but I'd say
6x4,
Oh, 6x4. What's
Yeah.
that?
6x5.
24.
24, 30.
Yeah.
It's either 24 or 30 ice cubes.
Just going back to what we were chatting about before, because there's a few comments. I think a couple. Marcus says Breaking Glass Barefoot by Hazel O'Connor is an interesting one.
I love Hazel O'Connor so much.
And Limby says, I'm reading Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? Brilliant. So there we go. We've got lots of reading material and book recommendations this evening from lots of different people, which is nice and something a bit different. I think we all craving a bit of nostalgia at the moment, aren't we? I think we're all you know, wanted to tap into reminiscing about those times and those places where we, you know.
TownCon, you like Holden Caulfield? I almost did so many times. I kept thinking, all right, I'm gonna like him, sure. He's going somewhere now, and he never got there. He just never got there. And you have to understand this as well. I have a psychological aversion to liking Holden Caulfield because the murderer of John Lennon said, "I'm Holden Caulfield," basically. And you know, and so, and I love John Lennon very much. Always have. I think he did really important stuff, John, that was kind of underrated, like Veganism. I think that stuff was very politically powerful at the time.
Yeah.
We were only watching the Hey Jude video the other day, weren't we, as well?
Yeah. He didn't look so great in that video, was he?
No.
He was well into the heroin by then, bless him.
TamCon liked the mingling with the coppers at the TVG performance, and that there's a special vehicle there to reinforce safety for Pride attendees. So different from here. Yes, very true, TamCon. Very true. And Imran River says, I remember Stig of the Dump. Yikes. Yes, indeed. Adam says, Simon and the Witch with all them cabbages.
Simon and the Witch was that period of British kids' TV history where it shouldn't have all worked. Like it had like a reggae theme tune and Elizabeth Spriggs as a random old woman attending a primary school, and it didn't make sense, but it was just a mad time, wasn't it?
There you go.
I hated Aunt Sally too, Imran, and I agree, she was exactly that. How I did like Saucy Sue, Saucy somebody, played by Barbara Windsor. I was really hopeful. I was like, oh, he's going to get somebody that likes him now and loves him, and he'll move on from that horrible Aunt Sally who just wants cake all the time. I hate it. It's horrible.
Oh, yeah. Adam says, Jason and the Wheeled Warriors, excellent. I'm going to have to look up Jason and the Wheeled Warriors because I should know what that's all about. I might remember it if I see it. But also Adam says, Thundercats was amazing. I kind of fancied Chitara. Thanks for sharing that, Adam. Thank you. That says a lot. Says a lot, that. But no judgment here. You know, it's a safe place for all of us.
Well, think about how many fellas used to fancy Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe they still do.
Very true. Very, very true.
Oh, that's so fantastic to hear, Leanne. I'm dead chuffed. Well done, girl.
Oh, nice one, Leanne. Yes, that's awesome. Cool.
How's it going? Have you lost anything yet?
Your temper.
Stuart.
Will you buy as well?
Where?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know, Imran? Really super quick story. My mum had it on cassette and we used to sit and listen to it together and sing along. She taught me all the words to it when I was about 5 or 6 or something. So it's special little song for me. It's also stunningly beautiful. It's one of the best saxophone solos I think I've ever heard.
Night night, Pauline. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And sleep well. It was only a matter of time before somebody mentioned Grange Hill. I think that's very much a UK.
What was the Geordie one? Biker Grove. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Biker Grove.
It was Was that Ant and Dec?
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
they
Jack,
started
yeah,
their
because
careers.
Adam, thank you.
was blinded,
Thank you,
wasn't he,
love.
by,
Thanks, love.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam, love.
Cheers, Adam, for the super chat. Always appreciated. And of course, we all love tapping into a bit of nostalgia and being
You
reminded
can
of the good times, don't we?
Shatter a glass with your heart of stone, but you won't get far on your own.
Oh, nice one, Leanne. Not weighing yet. Yeah, I'm waiting on that, but I feel better, less bloated.
Nice one.
Excellent stuff. Excellent, excellent stuff.
Twist. That was a weird
Nice.
Oh, it did its thing again.
That's why I highlight stuff. Just to keep track.
Leonie, go now, guys. Spend some quality time with partner on sofa, watch TV, then go into bed. Thanks for the great cover as always.
Oh,
Night, Leonie, love.
night.
one.
Thank you for being here. We will be wrapping up fairly soon because we often say it's going to be a short one, and then we usually do an hour and a half, like we always do, an hour and a half on average with a live stream. But we will be wrapping up fairly soon. So any last final quick questions or anything to update us on? You know, what you're up to, what you've got planned for the rest of the weekend. You know, because we've told you what we're doing. What are you doing? Let's have a last quick catch up before we call it a night.
You can read that, Stu.
Yeah. Yes. Man, I also love Decadent Days. His look on it again, very different vibe once more. Maybe that's what makes it cool.
Oh, Michael says, nice to see you live. How is watching both of your channels? Night from Cambridge. Thank you, Michael.
Good night. And I would suggest that if anyone's a little bit bored at the end of this, pop along to the Vegan Queen's channel and check out the highlight show from Rochdale Pride.
Yeah.
And then if you like, oh, I like that, check out the one before that for the Mind charity gig, because that was good too.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Will they get a song, Jason?
I've no idea. I don't know. Because we spent the hour before going live.
Constant Craving, didn't we?
You and Stuart were just singing all kinds of songs, so I don't know. We could do Constant Craving if you wanted.
You mentioned it, and then I sang it all, and I was like, oh, I know that.
Yes, this is true. Definitely. Yeah, we could do a song, can't we? It's almost becoming a tradition now, isn't it? It's almost a Friday live in the lounge. What have you done?
You all right?
That's that burn from the oven.
Oh, it's gross.
I know.
Ooh.
Is that the chemical burn from the spiral perm?
It really is.
The nerve. You have the nerve.
That was funny.
Actually, where is the spiral perm? Oh, it's not there. Never mind.
So yeah, should we segue into an outro shortly?
Yeah.
Let's do it then. Oh, I'm aching from allotment, you know, a little bit.
Oh, we always are. I'm sick of it, mate.
What's this you're telling me? Doing hard physical graft makes you ache? For God's sake. Only poor people knew.
I think it's Vegan Runner's birthday. Birthday tomorrow for Vegan Runner.
Oh, happy birthday, Vegan Runner, established 2021 for your full name. How lovely.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Vegan Runner. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Oh, it started off very low there.
I know.
Yeah. It was very baritone. Very baritone. Nice. Vanessa's Rochdale Pride looked amazing. I loved the matching dresses. Yes.
I was very lucky to find that second one.
Really? You was. It was kind of.
They've become very popular
Fluke.
frocks, you know. My YouTube friend Charlie just some hours in a charity shop and said that they had two exactly the same design come in and they went out within the hour. We're clearly trendsetters.
Really?
Yeah. Well, this focused in us in them and gone, best have that.
What are we singing?
Should we do Constant Craving?
Yeah.
Because you don't need to worry about the words then, really, do you?
No.
We just need to get the pitching right. this actually. So now I've just reminded myself of what the actual chords are, and I'm kind of familiar with approximately what the speed of the song needs to be.
Constant craving lyrics. Even through the darkest phase, be it thick or thin, always someone marches brave here beneath my skin. I'm constant craving. There's always been. Run the verse now. Maybe a great magnet pulls all souls towards truth. Maybe his life itself leads wisdom to its youth. Constant craving has always been craving. Aha, constant craving has always been. Has always been. Constant craving has always been.
There we go. A little bit of constant craving to end our Friday night live in the lounge. Thank you, you lovely, lovely people.
I'm going to finish with a different song.
Does it require guitar? I'm
No.
guessing it won't require guitar. No.
Just
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Leanne.
If you have never looked up Barefoot by KD Lang, which is the theme song for a film called Salmon Berries.
Oh, yes.
Directed by Percy Adlon,
Mm-hmm.
who's an amazing director. If you've ever seen Baghdad Cafe, you'll know it's one of my favourite films of all time. That is also Percy Adlon. He did Salmon Berries with KD Lang, and the key song was this. I'll just sing a little bit of it for you. When the sun goes down here and darkness falls, the blanket of winter leaves no light at all. You search for shelter to calm the storm, shaking with an instinct just to stay warm. But I'd walk through the snow barefoot if you'd open up your door. I'd walk through the snow barefoot. Beautiful song,
It's
isn't it?
gorgeous, yeah. Yeah, it's
Look it up.
well worth checking out. It's an absolutely beautiful
Brilliant film, actually.
Beautiful film, beautiful song, beautiful instrumental in terms of the guitar playing. Is gorgeous. Not surprisingly to me, even not something I could just pull out of the bag. Actually, quite a tricky little guitar piece, but beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
you coming saying goodbye, Stu?
Yeah, sorry.
um,
Get out of the way while you were doing that one because I felt intrusive, so I was just like,
Oh, bless
Why don't you just stand with us? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. A lot of things.
I am so sorry.
You don't sound sorry, to be fair. No, you
It's
don't.
just because I'm not eating. Other than my dinner.
Charlotte says, I love your voice, Paul. Bloody brilliant, both of you.
Cute.
Thank you. And Tracy says, amazing. And Vanessa and everybody, thank you for the lovely comments. And just thank you for being here. Thank you for the 142 thumbs up. Thank you for keeping it pretty consistently around 100 on the live stream this evening. Absolutely wonderful for us just chilling in our lounge and answering a few questions.
Alex mentioned of course with Rich Brown Rat is Stu in the background. Ha ha ha. She does that.
And of course, thank you to Ashley and Leanne for the super chats as well. You lovely, lovely people. Greatly appreciated. So yeah, I don't think we've missed anything significant. And I think it's about wrapping up time, isn't it? Good sir.
Yeah. Thank you to our lovely moderators, Ashley, Alex, and Leanne, for all being here with us this evening. Lovely to see Stuart. I hope for you lot. As I say, we're gigging tomorrow, so
probably see a lot of me actually over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, because other than next weekend, we've got one every weekend up until mid-August.
Yep.
So
it's mad. It's a madhouse. A madhouse.
Mad world. Right. Love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and to each other. Bye, loves.